Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. This is the summary of lesson 4.1, add two-digit numbers using models. This is the lesson from grade 2 math from page 137 to page 140. In this lesson, we are going to see how we can use the models to add our two-digit numbers. Let's consider an example. Leslie collects 36 rocks. Her brother collects 27 rocks. How many rocks do they collect in all? We can use our place value blocks to show our equation, and we need to add 36 to 27. So already we can see I have arranged here 3 tens bars and 6 ones blocks, and here again I have added 2 tens bars and 7 ones block. What we can do is we can take 5 from these and 5 from these, and we can regroup them into a single one. Here I have taken 5 from orange and 5 from green, and together they make a 10 bar, and this way I have regrouped them into a 10. Now I have got, instead of 3 tens and 2 tens, I have got in all together 6 tens, and I'm left behind with 3 single cubes. So that means my total is 63 now. I can count from here how many tens I have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens and 3 ones. That means my total is 63. So this is how we can use the models of tens and ones blocks to help us solve the two-digit addition equations. Now here we can show 47 plus 26 with the help of place value blocks. And what are the place value blocks? These are the blocks which we have 10 bars to show our tens. The single cubes are grouped into a 10, each one showing a 10 bar. So it's 47. So we can show the 40s with 4 10 bars, and 7 can be shown with 1 single blocks. Now in here, to add 26 to 47, we have showed again here 2 tens bars and 1 single 6 cubes. Now once we join them together, look very carefully here. What they have done here is they have taken 5 from here and 5 from here to make a new 10 bar. Here we can see already we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 tens bar. These were the already we had, and this new bar is by grouping the single cubes. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from here. We have grouped them into a single 10 bar, and we are left behind with 2 from here and 1 from here. 3 single cubes are left behind. So instead of counting us like 13 separate cubes, we will be counting 1 10 and 3 single cubes. That means we have regrouped the 13 ones into a 1 10 and 3 ones. Here we can see there were 13 ones. We grouped them together into a 1 single 10, and we are left with 3 single ones. So now together, counting them together, we can see we have got 7 tens. Instead of 6, we have got 1 extra 10, and here we can see 3 ones are left behind. So in all we can add this way, and we can see we have got 7 tens, that means 70, and 3 ones means 3. So that means 47 plus 26 is 73. This is how we use the models to show us our tens and ones, and this is how we can regroup. This is called regrouping. When we have 10 or more than 10 single ones, we don't leave them like that. We group them into a 10, and this is called regrouping. Let's practice this regrouping rule with some of the equations. Using our models, we can regroup them, but keep in mind we need to regroup only when we have the 1 cubes the total of the 1 cubes comes up to 10 or more than 10. Only then we need to regroup them. Let's consider this example, 32 plus 29. We have got 30 here and 20 here, because here in the tens place we see 3, and in the tens place here we see 2. Now for 32 we have 2 single cubes and here 9 single cubes. Now when we add them together we see that 9 plus 2 equals 11. That means we end up having the single cubes 10 or more than 10. So whenever we are having the single cubes 10 or more than 10, we regroup them into a 10. So we will be taking from here the 10 single cubes and we will be joining them into a 1 here. So instead of 3 and 2 5 tens, we will be having 6 tens, because we will be regrouping 9 from here and 1 from here, and then we will be left behind with 1 single cube. So that means our total will be 61. Let's consider another example here. 24 plus 52. Before we go to the models and some, I want you to have a closer look at the numbers in the ones place. Here we have got 4 and here we have got 2. So once we add 2 to 4, we get 6. And is 6 10 or more than 10? No. 6 is not more than 10. No, it's not even equal to 10. So that means we won't be needing to make a regrouping here. We won't be doing regrouping here. So we can see 24, we can show it with these 2 tens bars and 4 single cubes, and 52 can be shown like this, 5 tens and 2. Now let's count them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means it's 7 tens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 ones. So the total will be 76. But you see here we didn't need to regroup the ones because they were less than 10. Let's consider another example. 15 plus 38. 15 can be shown with the help of a 10 bar and 5 ones bars, and 38 can be shown with the help of 3 bars and 8 ones. Now again we see, look at this ones place here, 5 and 8. 5 and 8 together make 13, as we can see from here the cubes also. So they are 13 is greater than 10. That means we need to regroup them. So I'll be taking 5 from here and 5 from here, and we can regroup them into a single 10. This will, and we will end up having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 tens. So instead of we writing 4 tens, we'll be writing 5 tens here and 3 ones here. That means my total is 53. Now here we have got a question. When do we need to regroup when adding? When we are adding, when do we need to regroup? We usually need to regroup when there are 10 or more single cubes. Let's solve a few more examples on the next page, page number 139. But this time we are not going to solve the equations using our place value blocks. Instead, we will be using the lines to show the tens and the dots to show the ones. So here we have got 36 plus 29. So I'll be grabbing 3 of the lines to show 36, 30 from the 36 and 6 dots from the green dots to show the ones. Here I have got 3 tens and 6 ones. I have shown the tens with the lines and the ones with the dots. Here I have shown 29 by 2 lines, that means 2 tens, and 9s with 9 dot. Now I see when I count them together, they end up more than 10. See, 9, then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have got 15 ones. That means we need to regroup them. I'm going to rearrange them into a 10. Then I'm going to replace it with a 10 bar. Let's see how we can do that. Now see here, I have grouped them in a group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this group of 10 I can easily remove, and instead I can bring a single 10, because I know one stick means a 10. So now I can recount it. This is called the regrouping. I regroup the ones into a group of 10, and instead I use a 10 bar. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have got 6 tens and 5 ones. So that means my answer is 65. Because I can see from here I have got 6 tens and 5 ones. This is how we do the regrouping. Let's consider another example here. Here I have shown 58, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens and 8 ones, and 25, 1, 2 tens and 5 ones. Now I can easily see that these ones are more than 10. Here we have got 8. If I just take 2 from here and group them into a 10, I can easily regroup them into a 10, and I will be replacing it with a 10. Let's grab these 2 ones from here. Now I have got a complete 10. Here you can see it's a set of 10 now. Now I can regroup it into a 10. Let me show you how we do that. Here I'm going to grab this group of 10. I'll put it away. Instead I'll take a 10. Now I have got how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tens and 3 ones. So my answer is 83. This is how we regroup the ones into a single 10. So this in the same way you can solve all the other equations. Now here we have got an interesting math boxes where we need to add 2 neighboring numbers and check if the sum is 22. We are going to circle them. So let's start taking each one by one. Let's consider these two. 10 plus 4 equals 14. That means its sum is not 22. I'm not going to circle that. Now here I have got 18 plus 4. Let me count. 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, its sum is 22. That means I will circle that. Now I'll count these two together. Let's see. 12 and 15. 5 and 2 make 7, and 1 and 1 make 2. That means the total is 27, and it's not 22. That means I'm not going to circle that. Next, I'll check these two. 15 and 14. I'll add the ones first. Let's see. 4 and 5 makes 9. 1 and 1 make 2. That means the sum will be 29, and it's not 22. So I'm not going to circle that. Next, let's check here. 20 plus 21. So 1 and 0 makes 1. 2 and 2 makes 4. That means 41. So the sum is not 22. So I'm not going to circle that. Let's check another one here. 21 and 13. So 2 and 1 they make 4. Sorry, 2 and 1 make 3, and 1 and 3 make 4. So that means it would be 34. That means sum is not 22. I'm not going to circle that. Let's consider the numbers in another way. This way too we can check them whether they are up and down or they are next to each other. Let's check these two. 10 and 12. 2 and 0 makes 2, and 1 and 1 makes 2. That means the sum is 22. That's correct. This is what I'm looking for. So that sum is 22. So that means I'm going to circle this one. Okay, let's check one more. Let's check this one. 12 and 20. So 2 and 0 is 2, and 1 and 2 is 3. So that means 32. This total is 32. The sum is not 22. Let's check these two. 15 and 4. 16, 17, 18, 19. Sum is not 22. Let's check these two. 18 and 14. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That means 2 here and 1 here. We can add the 1s and 10s separately, or you can use the models to find it out. So here we know it's 23.
32. So that means the sum is not 22. Let's check these two. We have checked already this one. Let's check these and these. Let's check this one. 5 and 1 makes 6 and 1 and 2 makes 3. That means the sum will be 36. So this is not what we are looking for. Let's check this one. 14 and 13. 4 and 3 makes 7. 1 and 1 makes 2. That means 27. The sum is not 22, so I'm not going to circle this. Finally, I've got only two correct answers. 4 plus 18 makes 22 and 10 plus 12 makes 22. So these are the only two numbers, neighboring numbers, that are making a sum of 22. Similarly, we are going to check the numbers here in this box. If they are making a sum of 55 and a sum of 83, then we are going to circle them either this way or this way.
After adding all the neighboring numbers, I come to see that here I have got 25 plus 30 that make a sum of 55, and 45 and 10 make a sum of 55. Similarly, these numbers make a sum of 83 in this box. Next comes page number 140. Here we have got some word problems, and let's see them one by one. Chen counts 47 buttons. Then he counts 20 more buttons. How many buttons does Chen count in all? We can use our models or the lines and dots to show the numbers. We need to add 47 and 20. So here I have shown the 47 by lines, 4 lines and 7 dots, and 20 by 2 lines. Altogether, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens and 7 ones. That means in all, Chen has got 67 buttons. Next, there were 24 earthquakes in US one year. There were 28 earthquakes in the next year. How many earthquakes were there in those 2 years? That means we need to add 24 to 28. I can show 24 by using my lines here, 20 and 4, and 28 by 2 lines and 8 dots. Now look here very carefully. That means here we need to regroup them. You can see here I regrouped them. I replaced the 10 ones into a single 10. Now finally I have got 5 tens and 2 ones. That means there were 52 earthquakes that year. Let's have a closer look at the next word problem. Write an addition story about the desks and chairs in your classroom. We need to write an addition story about the desks and chairs in the classroom. We can use the pictures, numbers, or words. Here I have used some words to make an addition story. You can make any you like. Here I have written there are 14 desks and 17 chairs in my class. How many altogether? That means we need to add 14 to 17, and I have used the words here. Now in the picture form I can show, like model form, I can show with the lines and the dots. 14 here you can see 10 and 4, and 17 10 and 7 dots, and I can show with the help of numbers 14 plus 17. Now I'll count them, the ones here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That means the ones are making more than 10. And what does that mean? It means that I need to regroup them. So I'll be taking 10 away from them, and instead I'll be using a line to show the 10. Here I have grouped the 10 ones into a single 10, and finally I have got 3 tens and a single 1 left behind. That means my total is 31.
Let's take a closer look at our final word problem. Here they have asked us to check whether we will be needing to regroup them or no. As we have already seen that we need to look at the ones place number, the numbers which are in the ones place, and we have to add them together to see if the number needs regrouping or no. So let's check here. We have got 2 in ones place and 4 in ones place here. So 2 and 4 together they make 6. And 6 is less than 10. That means we don't need any regrouping here. So I'll be grabbing a dot from here and I'll say no. Next, let's check this one. 72 plus 19. We have to look closely at the ones number, the number which is in the ones place. I've got 9 here and I've got 2 here. If I add 9 to 2, that means 9, after 9, 10, 11. I get a total of 11. That means it's more than 10. That means I have to regroup it because when the sum of the ones is 10 or more than 10, we need to regroup it. So that means yes, this number will be needing a regrouping. Let's have a closer look at the next one. Here in the ones place I have got 9. Here in the ones place I have got 3. That means 9 and 3. How much is 9 and 3? It's 12. So 12 is bigger than 10. That's more than 10. So that means I'll be needing to regroup them. I have to regroup them, so I'll be putting a yes here. Next we have got 0 in the ones place and 6 in the ones place, and 0 and 6 they have a sum of 6 and 6 is not bigger than 10. That means we don't need to do any regrouping here. So I'll be putting a no here.